Run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons. 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Second down, Prescott. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third and long for Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. A good pickup there at 22. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete to open things up.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Lock in. Hey, 18.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Gotta go.
On first down, Trubisky dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafin. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard, 3-score performance. On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. For the Chicago Bears, Charles, it's kind of the dust settles on this season. How do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that. But this is a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won the division in 2019, their first NFC North title since 2010. They acquired Khalil Mack to begin the year. And remember, they had a heartbreaking loss at Green Bay on a Sunday night to open the season. A lot of teams would have gone south after that. Instead, they went 7-1 at home won 9 of 10 to close the year. They're going to be heard from in the seasons to come.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Spins by. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. 1st down, Prescott. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Cohen on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now Cohen. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Gotta go.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go, 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. The give is to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go, 46. Go, get out there. Switch, hey.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything?
All right, cool. Let's go. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
18. Gotta go. 18.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go, 47. 26. There you go.
A first down carry by Elliott. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Prescott now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Got it. Then we're going to 53. Woo! 26.
Prescott now. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 30 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180! Hey, 18. Hey, gotta go. Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
180! Hey, gotta go.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky rolling to his right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
180! Hey, 18. Red, hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Trey Burton from 4 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Spins away. And now running right through it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Third and long for Prescott. Now he'll escape to his left. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Lock in, lock in. Red, up. Gotta go. Red, up.
After the interception, here's Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 72 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Lock in. Come on, gotta go.
On first down, Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Go. Get out there. Here we go, 46.
Well, Prescott here to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's coming now. Good. Here we go, 46. 46.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Then we're going to 52.
Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Off the toss, Cohen, and yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Prescott to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
46, 46. Schwartz is hurt. Get up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Red. Hey, gotta go.
Trubisky to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the former Pro Bowler, Cody Parkey, in field goal formation. This from 55 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now. The ones who are doing it best know they need to go.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Now what can Prescott do in the OT? Oh, man, it's complete. Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again to Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Hey, gotta go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's a big league run. Takes them down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will let you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.